So happy right now to be visited by, I believe, the busiest man in baseball today, Bob Kendrick, president of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. I looked at your schedule and I thought, I'm glad you had a chance for a home game here because you are nonstop, which is a great thing. Celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Negro Leagues today. What a pivot for you guys. How special is this?
It is very special, Joel, and one or two things are going to happen. People are either going to learn a whole lot about the Negro Leagues or they're going to get tired of looking at me because I'm going to be around pretty much all day running my mouth. But no, man, this is really, really special, as you can well imagine. As I said on social media earlier this week, this is literally 100 years in the making, a celebration 100 years in the making. And so naturally, my thoughts reflect to all of those Negro League players who I got to know who have passed on, including the late, great Buck O'Neil, the founder of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, on this very historic date. And Joel, I go back to something that Buck said to me when I first met him way back in 1993, when I was volunteering for the museum at that time. And I asked him what motivated him to want to build a Negro Leagues Museum. And what he said was very poignant and very simple, so that we would be remembered. And today, they are being remembered. And so, yeah, it's a little emotional. We're all filled with great pride and very exciting. So I can't thank Major League Baseball and the Players Association enough for embracing the real meaning behind this milestone celebration.
And Bob, I wanted to ask you about the museum itself. I mean, obviously, it's come so far from when it started. If you had a wish list for the museum itself, what would be number one at the top of that wish list for what you would like to see moving forward?
Well, you know, money, and you know, the wish list always comes back to money. And so, and one of the things that we lost a little bit because of the coronavirus pandemic, which kind of derailed so many of our plans, we were just on the verge of launching a major fundraising initiative. Because as you guys both know, we started this museum without an endowment in place. You know, most museums start with an endowment. We're so fond of saying that we started with a hope and a prayer. And here we are 30 years later. We've navigated the economic landscape. But this year was going to be a springboard for a major fundraising effort so that we can start to prepare this museum to operate in perpetuity. Long after Bob Kendrick, long after others who are currently involved with this museum, this place should be able to operate and be as secure as we can make it. And so it's certainly a little bit disheartening from the standpoint that we have to kind of table some of those things that we're going to do. But if I had a wish list, it is always making sure that we have ample enough resources to do the cutting edge things that we want to do, to complete the Buck O'Neil Education and Research Center, and continue to offer programming that will not only help educate young people, but guys, I truly believe will inspire them to overcome whatever obstacles or adversity that they may face in their own lives.